please?
No. You gotta go like this.
So I've been going back and forth in my mind on whether I should film this video or not, but I know how I am, and I know when something stays on my mind for a few weeks, this means I have to let it out. So here I am filming this video. I've spoken a few times before about my experience in a toxic relationship, and I feel like something inside of me wants to bring this up again, and I think it must be a mixture between the amount of messages that I get from people asking me to talk about it, to me feeling that I have some sort of responsibility when I'm showing you moments and expressing how happy I am in the healthy marriage that I'm in today. I feel it is my responsibility to show you that I did suffer before finding a stable relationship like the one I'm in today. So I went through a bit of a rough period in my life, and I was with someone that, did not bring out the best in me, that's for sure. And I knew it was toxic. And I think the first thing that we should address is that whoever is in a toxic relationship knows very well that the person that they're with is not good for them. I knew it. I knew it. I saw it. I felt it. I just knew that the person I was with was not the right person for me. But I didn't want to see it. I wanted to push over everything that I saw that was negative and focus on the positive things, because there are positive things, because or else you would not be with that person. But I think the most important thing to understand is that when you're in those sorts of relationships, the positives mean nothing when the negatives are that intense. It is not your fault, because I know that most times you're blamed, and most of the times people think, even people around you might think that you're weak, or that, oh my God, if I was in this situation, I would have left. And I don't think anyone knows what it's like until they're in it themselves. So the first thing I think is just not to listen to anyone around you, and to understand that this is your life, and that you are not weak, and that you can get out of it. It is hard. It's so hard. There are so many different feelings that come into it. There's fear. I remember fear being a big one for me, because I was afraid to leave. I was afraid of what would happen. I was afraid that I would feel so lonely, because I was so often told that when, he's going to leave me, I'm going to be nothing. And I don't think I'm nothing today. So I think the most important thing to understand is that, one, we're not doing anything wrong, even though we're told that we are. Two, we need to understand that even though the person does have qualities, they mean nothing when we're not happy. They mean nothing when our rights are taken away from us. They mean nothing when the person with us is trying to put us down constantly. It means nothing. They can be funny, hilarious, generous, loving. It means nothing. Because you can find someone who has all these things but also treats you well. And this is what true happiness and feeling, satisfied and feeling content and sleeping well. I did not sleep well for the longest time, giving myself every scenario and excuse. I want to address the parents as well of the children who are going through something similar. I think it's very important for parents to understand that, of course, they want the best for their children. And of course, they know that this relationship is not good for their children. But forbidding them to being in it, or highlighting how negative the person is for them, or asking them constantly, what's wrong? I don't feel you're well. Something's wrong, because you know that that your child is unwell due to that relationship. That doesn't help. That doesn't help, because that might in fact drive your child closer to that person instead of taking them away from them. What I think the best, again, I'm talking based on my experience, what's the best is for them to feel that they are safe and secure at home, and feel loved and feel, good at home. And this is the way that they would want to get out of whatever it is that they're feeling when they are in that relationship to find safety, comfort, and refuge at home. It's definitely important also not to judge, even as a friend, as a, just don't judge, because again, no one knows how hard it is unless they are in this situation themselves. I'm not saying it's easy. I consider myself someone very lucky to have been able to get out of it at the right time. It wasn't easy. It really wasn't easy. I lost so much weight and felt all sorts of emotions. Thankfully, I had my family around me, my friends around me. I actually felt like I wanted to leave the country, which I did. I left my country. So I know it's not easy, and I definitely consider myself very fortunate to have had all the right setup for me to, get out of it. But all I'm saying is, even if it does feel like it's so hard, it is worth it, because no one deserves to live unhappy. And when I look back, I only realize how unhappy I was. And it's something that I didn't know I felt when you were in it. I mean, you do know that you're unhappy, but you keep thinking of the future, and you know what, but when this happens, it's going to change. When this happens, it's going to change. And it doesn't change. This is it. This is it. And I think it's just important for us to understand that. And if you find someone that you're able to speak about this to, and usually you feel more comfortable speaking to someone who's been through it themselves. This is how I felt. I would feel very uncomfortable speaking to people who had no idea what I was talking about, because I felt like I was just listening to advice that I couldn't relate to in any way. So I used to feel more comfortable speaking to someone who's been through this. So try to find these people, speak to them, find strength in yourself, believe in yourself, and you will find the power in you, to do what's right for you. Seek help, of course, if it's, if you're in a danger zone. I would most importantly seek help. There are a lot of, associations that I see going around, even on Instagram, just to make sure you're safe, first and foremost. I'm talking more to the young girl in me, the young girl that was in a university, that hated her university life. I don't regret anything I've been through, but I would not wish it upon anyone that I loved. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this, hoping that maybe someone would take this video as a sign. Well, I'm just hoping that this video might get to someone and might make a difference in their lives. Love you.